I'd like to start this video by asking you a question. What was a computer that was there for you at a time when you really needed it? Have a real think for a moment. Was it a humble laptop that got you through university? Perhaps it was a PC that was a sole companion through a lonely time. Or maybe it was a PC that was with you through a traumatic event. It might not be the most powerful or impressive machine, but to you, that PC is special. It was the right PC at the right time. This is a video that tells the story of a PC just like this. A PC that was there for me. Let me take a moment to introduce you. This is the Athlon HP. It doesn't look like much on paper, but this humble laptop is much more than just a laptop to me. It was a steadfast companion that was by my side through a truly tumultuous time. So get yourself a cup of tea or a beer if that's more your thing, and let's take a moment to tell the story of a humble PC that was there for me. The beginning of my time with the Athlon HP began in the United Kingdom. After finishing a wonderful 3 months in Sweden making videos with William, I decided to stop by the UK on my way back to Australia to meet another tech tinkerer. Meet Owen Crisp, the owner of the channel Tech When. Owen has found himself inspired by the work of Greenham Gaming, and I have found myself inspired by his work on Tech When, so it seemed only natural for us to meet up and share a beverage. Once we met up, we quickly began to throw around ideas about what video we could shoot together while I was in the UK. We decided upon a £100 laptop challenge where we would fight it out to see who could get the best bang for the buck on the used market. For the full story, check out Owen's fantastic video. He ended up with a rather incredible Dell Precision mobile workstation, and I ended up with this humble Athlon Silver HP. This is my £100 PC. The HP was in a sorry state when I first picked it up.
All of this junk. Oh my gosh.
I think this is the first time I've seen in a long time a computer completely bottlenecked by its hard drive. In terms of the challenge, the i7 and the dedicated Quadro graphics in Owen's laptop slaughtered my poor HP. But I saw this little laptop's potential, and I had a plan to solve its issues when I arrived back on home turf. When I got back, I got to work on the HP. There's a whole video on this channel all about it, so I won't say much more. But with an SSD and a bit of RAM, it went from a truly awful computer to a reliable little gaming underdog. But after making that video, something happened that would bring me and the HP closer than ever before. In May of last year, my family found itself in a bit of a crisis. I spoke about this in my update video. Our grandma, who for our whole lives was the grounding rock in our family, the mafia boss, the top dog, she became very sick. She had lived a long life, but the end was near. She didn't want to die in hospital, and she didn't want in-home nurses. We as a family agreed that because of how much she has taken care of all of us, she has truly been the grounding rock, the one that we all go to for help of any kind. It was now our turn to take care of her in her final weeks. Nephews, nieces, cousins, uncles and aunties came from all across Australia to take shifts living in her apartment to take care of her. But I must say that my aunt and uncle were absolute saints and took the majority of the load caring for her, though they had a problem. Being full-time nurses to a very sick elderly lady is hard enough during the day, but our grandma needed round-the-clock care. It got to a point where my aunt and uncle were barely sleeping, having to get up several times in the night to help her. They were getting burnt out, and Grandma refused to let us bring in nurses or put her into a care facility. We wanted to respect her wishes, but my aunt and uncle and all of those caring for her were questioning how much longer they could do it. Anyone who has cared for a terminally ill family member knows the struggle. It is exhausting in every respect. But all of this meant that for the first time, Tim's unusual ability to stay up all night on the computer was suddenly incredibly useful to his family. So I packed up my stuff and moved in with the grandma care team as the night shift man. It is not a drive in the Peugeot if something hasn't failed. And today it is the ESP/ASR system. Are any other systems faulty? That is the question. The clock is. It's 2007 apparently. But that's just about... Oh, the ABS as well! Who needs ABS? Other members of the family would take care of Nan during the day, and I would take the night shift. Every night, without fail. For almost a month and a half, I was the night nurse, sleeping through the day, getting up in the evening, and going to bed in the morning. My duties were to check on Nan periodically and help her get up and go to the bathroom, or cater to any other needs she might have had during the night. Our biggest worry was that she was frail enough that if she got up without anyone knowing, she could fall. This was not pretty work to be doing, but it's what a family does. During this time, there was a lot of waiting and watching. Obviously, Nan was asleep most of the time, but she would wake up all throughout the night. But in between those periods where she was asleep, to occupy my time, I tried a range of things. Watching movies on the couch was something I tried. But this was dangerous. I almost fell asleep a few times. Trying to do work was difficult because it was hard to get into any sort of flow state. Nan would often need help every 20 minutes, so I'd be up and down all the time. I did try some PC gaming at my tower, as I did bring the Ryzen Dell with me to her apartment, of course. However, I found that where I had it set up upstairs, it was kind of dangerous for me to have to hear that Nan had got up, run down the stairs, and kind of rush to help her before she would stand up and possibly fall. So I tried bringing the Risendale downstairs a couple times, but since I'm sharing this apartment with the daycare team, I couldn't be stuffed to bring my computer down and up and down and up every shift. Enter the HP. The HP was the perfect nighttime companion. I decided to use this time to catch up on some PC games that I missed, and I was honestly so blown away by how many games the HP could handle with the settings turned down. I played through a very sizable chunk of Doom Eternal. I got into the System Shock remake, which ran great. I got about halfway through GTA Vice City, an old favourite of mine. There was, of course, lots of Minecraft, where I worked on my underground base on William's survival server, as well as my creative server that I share with my little nephews. And in moments where I was feeling a bit creative, I would spend hours on the powder toy, constructing little engines and systems. If you have a bit of an engineering mind and you've never tried the powder toy, stop this video right now and go and get it. It's such an amazing little sandbox game with a thriving community of people building truly impressive things. In those long dark nights where sometimes you were just checking if Nan was still breathing, the HP provided an escape from the heaviness, the sadness, and the grief of seeing a family member passing before you. I'll never forget the night that Nan passed away. In our handover meetings with my uncle and auntie, the daycare team, we discussed procedures, Nan's health as well as our own. As her condition worsened, many of our conversations shifted to the inevitable. What would we do when that moment came? We had plans in place, but no amount of preparation can truly prepare you for the death of a loved one. Eventually, one of us would have the heartbreaking responsibility of being there when she passed. Sorry, this is pretty heavy. It's real. It was around 4 a.m. when it happened. I was with her. I had spent the night checking on her, keeping her comfortable, and praying over her. Caring for someone who is terminally ill is a strange mix of intense emotions. On the one hand, you want to cry and hold them close and tell them you love them, but on the other hand, you have to stay strong and clinical and do whatever needs to be done to take care of them in that moment. When the moment came, it was like time stood still. Her breathing slowed, and then she took a last peaceful breath. I woke up the day team, and together we began calling family members. It was one of the longest nights of my life. Unsurprisingly, perhaps, it wasn't gaming that my HP supported me with that night. It was research. I found myself searching endlessly for answers. Tab after tab, I read about how I could ease her discomfort in every possible way and ensure that her final moments were as peaceful as they could be. The HP was more than just a laptop that night. It was a lifeline, guiding me through the unknown. Any computer could have done this job, but it was the HP that was there that night. The funeral was held a few days later. As a family, we came together to clear out Nan's apartment. Once my part was done, the daycare team relieved me from my service and took over the rest of the cleaning, and I returned to Sweden. Almost a year earlier, I had applied for a working holiday visa in Sweden, and after everything we had been through, there was no question that the HP was coming with me. It wasn't just a laptop anymore. It was a steadfast companion, supporting me through some of the hardest moments of my life and beyond. Nan's passing brought our family closer, and I know that's what she would have wanted. Leaving my family to go to Sweden after such a crazy whirlwind was hard, but it was what I needed. I had done my part for the family, and now it was time to do my part for myself. Living for a year in Sweden had been in the plans for eons, and now more than ever I needed that clean break to figure myself out and regroup after all that I had gone through with Nan. So I boarded an Airbus A350 and started making my way to the other side of the world. We have arrived
Again.
Willy Weedy and the Igo with a substantially more throaty sound after his modification.
It is a lot. No, okay, I wouldn't say louder,
Yes.
but it's a deeper sound.
Deeper. Oh no, it's substantially deeper. Oh yeah.
I actually fitted the new intake for it, but it didn't actually change the sound. I think it just made it a bit like snappier, quicker.
Yes, that makes sense. Oh yeah. Listen to that throaty sound. Oh yeah. The HP's low power processor and graphics is a bottleneck most of the time, but at 30,000 feet, its ability to sip power shone through. I spent hours of that flight playing Bully Scholarship Edition on the HP. I've never had a laptop that could game on battery for so long. I was fully expecting the screen to go black at any moment, but the little HP soldiered on and entertained me with one of Rockstar's most underrated games for hours on that flight. After 6 months in Sweden, I've been working hard on rebuilding myself and the Greenham Gaming channel. We may have only gotten a couple videos uploaded, but I believe that they are some of the best that the channel has ever made. But amongst all of this, one of the unsung heroes of this channel is undoubtedly the Athlon HP. It has earned the reputation of being the kitchen bench PC, because whenever I'm in the kitchen, because that's my favourite spot to think and vape next to the extraction fan, the HP is there. Mornings, nights, alone, or when people are over, the HP is on that bench. Whether it's writing ideas for the channel, making inquiries about used tech on Marketplace, chatting to friends back home, or just playing new game trailers to William when he comes home, the HP is the one that sits on the bench and does it all. At first, William, one of my best friends here and my roommate, struggled to understand my love for the Athlon HP. Why does Tim spend so much time on this truly mediocre laptop? Why doesn't he fix the battery in his MacBook or get a better laptop? Why does he continue to play Minecraft on the HP when he has a gaming tower now? I don't expect him to understand my love for the HP, but he now knows that we are inseparable. In the end, the Athlon HP has become so much more than just a computer to me. It's rather strange how the simplest and most unremarkable objects can take on such a profound significance in our lives. This is not a story about specs or a brand. It's a story about a PC that was in the right place at the right time. This laptop has been a steadfast companion, quietly supporting me when I needed it most. And that is why I'll always remember it as a PC that was there for me. Thank you for watching this little story, and if you'd like to see more like this, let me know. But I ask you, what was a PC that was there for you? Maybe it's not the most impressive machine, but it got you through a tough time. It doesn't have to be as wild as this story, but it can just be a PC that was there for you. Let me know in the comments below if there's a PC that was there for you at a critical time in your life. Thanks again for watching, and good night.